But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and themselves. Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50. Hey, you block over here. 318. Flip it down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
A handoff for Warren. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Steelers first down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
319.
Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers.
And now they'll shift things around. Complete at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
Steelers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the... And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's caught at the 2. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's to his running back, Gainwell. 4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 7.
Plant. 319. Boom, boom. Yeah, this. Hey, 88. What a 50. Hey, check 26. Jump out. Get 300. Get 300. 250.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back north. No. Move inside. Teammate.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10.
Jump out. 319.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man. It's gained up. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Steelers, first down. First and 10.
Now Rodgers. Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Pat Fryermuth, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that trims the lead down to 9. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
630, get 300, get 300, over 50. Yeah, this. Slip again.
Running left, it's Warren. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Go right. Right left.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Hey, 88. Jump out.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6.
Right now. You got this. 318. Zoom. 26. Teammate. Get 300. Get 300. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
319.
Warren trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give, it's Warren. And this time he is in. Yes. Jalen Warren with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Hey, 88.
First and 10 at the
To throw, it's
32.
Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Steelers 16. Chris Boswell to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the... And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Steelers take over first.
Certainly
and
feels
10
like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Back north. Hey, Hey, 88.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now he'll tuck, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
Brings up second and 16.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Go to 50. Hey, you block him. Hey, take 26. Take 30.
To throw is Rodgers from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. The runner, Warren. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They hand off to their big tight end. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Hey, 88. Inside.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Warren. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Take 30. Inside.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Get with 18. Run right. Hey, take 26.
On first down, Warren. And he'll take this down to the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, get it. 58.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Go to 58.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
26.
And they'll run it here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Austin brings in the quick throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
18.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 6-yard line.
18.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They give up the middle to Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
Over. 18.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they will take a knee here. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find two scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block him.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. This is Irving on second. He dodged the tackle. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Up 1st and 10 from the 40. Mayfield now off the play action. Down the field, Evans has it. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Here's a design run. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Now we're running for the first time with Jalen Warren. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On 2nd down, Warren. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They still have 5 to go here, third down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. 26. Take 30. Yeah, this. Screen it, get up.
Now they're looking to throw with Rogers. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
88. 50. Jump out. Screen it, get up.
Now go for it. Rogers. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
On first down, Warren. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
70, Timberwolves.
Design quarterback run here. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
I really do like that call. Knowing you still got another down to work with coming up, good change of pace. And that defense now, got to be honest, you don't know who's going to touch it where.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. Leading 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Screen it, get up.
From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
58.
Line up the design keeper. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Blue 58.
Warren. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
And he gets in. The 2-point try puts them in front by 1. 8-7.
Buccaneers 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Baker now from the gun. Big gain downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Getting out to his left. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. Bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's a design run. And they get about 5 on that first down as he's sent out of bounds. So 5 still to go now on second.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So first and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 14. First down, Pittsburgh.
Trying an inside give to Ward. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. From the left hash, this is from 47. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll push their lead to 4. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set first and 10. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
319. Get 300. Get 300.
The receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he goes down a little short of the 40. They pick up 9 on the carry, and that sets up 3rd and inches.
Set it. 319. Come to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll run with Warren. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's good for a couple of yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
319.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
319. Hey, 88. 88.
Here's Johnson again. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
319.
Again, this is Johnson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
319.
Gainwell trying the right side. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Steelers holding a 4-point lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
258. Teammate. Get 300. Get 300. Inside.
Back to throw. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Irving. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Steelers' 5-yard line.
They go to him again. He's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Irving. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for this.
Setting up to pass. Just like they drew it up. Into the end zone he goes, and they're up by 2. Here are the 4. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence. Because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Steelers have a first down. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
And the Steelers first down.
goes one final shot. Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa.